What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a top 8 cars to snipe list. I know you guys absolutely love these videos on Forza Horizon 4. They're actually some of my most successful videos on the channel, so we're hoping to replicate that success and get these cars out to you guys. That being said, let's jump right into the list. The first car on the list, we have the Mclaren F1. And now you're going to see somewhat of a trend with these McLarens. They are a car that is doing really well, as the start of the game is showing. These cars are going anywhere from 8.25 up to 13 million. I'd say that a safe bet, if any of you guys have ever watched my videos, I explain that when you're sniping cars, the price that you want to be sniping on is based on a 50% rule basis. So what you're going to want to do is go in here and set the max buyout to whatever you saw the lowest car get posted at. So you saw it at 8.25 mils. You're going to have to put it at 9 mil to make sure you see, you know, these are all at 8.5 to 2 or to 9 mil. And that way you actually see cars pop up on the list. And then you could check to see if any cars are lower. And that's obviously how you see what cars you can snipe. But since there's none at 8 mil, we can basically assume that the lowest price 8.25 mil, and if you divide that by 2, it's 4.1, or, you know, obviously 4 mil. So what you're going to do is snipe these cars for less than half of what they're selling for, and this gives you basically just a safe profit margin to work with when you're auction sniping. So if you don't have 4 mil, that doesn't mean that you can't snipe this car, though. That just means that you have to lower that max buyout to whatever amount of money you have. So if you have 1 million credits or whatever, and you're trying to snipe these cars, all you have to do is search it based on 1 million credits and hope that one of these cars pops up and try to snag it. And then, you know, you make an easy 8 mil profit on your 1 mil investment, or even, you know, obviously less if somebody posts it for 100K or whatever the case is. Moving on down the list, the next car is the Mclaren F1 Gt, which I think is only the second McLaren on this list. I think there only is 2. But this car is also in the same kind of scenario as its counterpart, the normal F1. They're both at the 8.5 or 8.25 million up to, you know, 9 mil, 10 mil range. And they are probably going to sell pretty well, as it's a pretty desirable car. And another little tip or trick just to throw in here. If you look at a lot of these bid prices, I'm not sure a lot of you guys have, obviously I do not have a lot of, you know, investment capital right now. I've been kind of buying cars towards the collection as we played the limited amount of time that I've played so far. I've only put a few hours into the game. And most of that is basically trying to make content for you guys rather than actually playing myself. But I will be streaming this game when you watch this video, most likely, or in the general time period that you watch this video. That being said, the little tip or trick that I can give you is if you look at these low starting bids and you have some capital to invest, basically say you have 5 million, 10 million, even 20 million, these low starting bids are at about 1.5 million. So I mean, if you're looking to snipe these cars based on the 50% rule under 4 million, and there's all these bids at 1.5 million, and a lot of the people in the game don't even have that much money yet, you can sit here and snag all of these for 1.5, 2 mil, 2 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, whatever. And you can basically snag all of these super cheap cars under the price that you're willing to pay and be selling these 8 to 9 mil a pop and easily clearing 8 mil profit per car, 7 mil profit per car. And that's an absolutely valid method. And since you have such a lack of competition, you're very much likely to win a lot of these cars if you're bidding on them. So make sure you guys are taking a look at that and not only focusing on sniping, but focusing on bid sniping. It's just a way that can generate some really easy money for you guys who do happen to have some starting capital right out of the gate on this game. Now, moving down the list, we're going to go to the glorious Porsche manufacturer. And this car I couldn't find for a second because I was looking for the number 3, but it is the 917 LH. And this car is going to be in the same category as those McLarens, basically with the 8.25 low point, which I can show you right here. It seems like it caps out about 13 million, which you'd be lucky to really pull that. It's highly unlikely that you get more than what the minimum buyout is going to be, obviously, because most people would just come on here and search for what the minimum car is. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Try to buy these as low as you can and try to sell these obviously lower than what the lowest is if you can. A lot of these might be capped out and what you can sell them on in the first place. Moving down the list, we have a car that I don't think that's going to do amazing in the selling department. You guys might be able to snipe these, but I would put these at the bottom of your list as far as actually sniping, just because if we look at Forza Horizon 4, for whatever reason, these older classic cars had a hard time selling, and people will be holding on to these, asking me constantly in the comment section, why can't I sell this car? Why can't I sell this car? And it seems like the market just isn't as lucrative as it is for the more modern cars and the sports cars and the muscle cars and stuff like that. That being said, I'm sure there is collectors like me who would end up buying this at some point. If I had the money, I would definitely be looking to pick up one of these. But just be careful. Just know that a lot of people can bid on all of these cars for 1.5 million themselves, and they don't have to pay the max buyout. So it might actually take a little bit longer to sell some of these. So make sure you're just being smart on what you're investing in, and know that it might take a little bit longer to sell a lot of these, but they probably will sell, especially if you're selling them for the cheapest price point you can get for them. And just being patient, being okay with reposting them, and knowing that it is a new game with new players who do not have a ton of money. So you got to be careful with sniping these larger cars, and make sure you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure you guys are looking at my other videos on investing and picking up the cars from the festival playlist and flipping that into major profit. If the system is the same, where when the car leaves the festival playlist, it increasingly goes up in price over the next couple of weeks. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Moving down the list, we have two back-to-back Ferraris. These are also in that similar category of being somewhat a little bit older. The Ferrari 250 California. This car is actually going for about 10 to 11 mil, but you can see a lot of them are able to be posted for 20 mil. Do not bank on it selling for 20 mil. Just because you see 20 mil does not mean that that's what the car is worth. And if you actually look over here at the max buyout, you can see a lot of them are posted for 10.1 million and 11 million. That's actually what the car is going to end up being valued at, and actually what you could sell it for. And note, I'm not sure what the auto show price of this car is, but I would imagine it's somewhere in the realm of 10 to 20 million. So if the car is auto show priced at 10 to 20 million, there's no reason that somebody wouldn't just buy it from the auto show versus buying it from you on the auction house. And like I said, with these super low starting bids of 1.8 million and 1.5 million on a lot of these cars, the smart people are going to sit here and bid on these cars and just wait to win them at auction. So be careful with this. Be careful with the older cars. They will be harder to sell. The newer cars like the McLarens and stuff like that will have a much easier time selling. That being said, you might still have to repost them a couple times, but I'm sure they will get sold after a little bit of effort. Moving down the line, we have the 250 TR or Testarossa. This car is also in that same region of 9 to 10 million. Some are at 11 million. Once again, same rules apply. Older car, be careful. Don't go too crazy with this. A car that a lot of people really liked, and is actually, I believe, the most expensive auto show car at 30 million, is the Shelby Daytona. This car is currently selling at 16 to 20 million. Obviously, like I said, and like I always say, the 20 million is probably not what you're going to want to get, or not what you're going to get. So make sure that you are looking to snipe this for under 8 million. I think 8 million is honestly way too high. So the 50% rule, I would even dial down to something like 20, 25%, even lower. I would be looking to get these cars under 5 million for sure. And I myself would probably be looking for them to get them for anywhere from 1 to 2 to 5 million. And I would not sit there and once again put all my eggs in one basket and risk it for the biscuit here. There is a couple posted down at that 2 to 3 mil starting bid range. That's something that you guys can definitely look into if you have the available income to try to bid on these. But once again, older car, but it was more popular in Forza Horizon 4, and it is a very fun car to drive, as I do own one. So it is worth taking a look at. But once again, be careful with these older cars. And then the final car on our list, which is the most expensive in my opinion, because most of them are posted for about 20 million, is the Jaguar D Type. I'm pretty sure this car is top 5 fastest in the game. If not top 3 fastest in the game. I'm pretty positive off the top of my head that the Jesko's the fastest car in the game. I'm okay with saying that and not making a video about that, because as you guys know on this channel, I like to be somewhat unique, and I don't make videos that everybody else is going to pump out, and everybody's going to pump out videos about, you know, fast car and stuff like that. We like to do the money making and all that type of stuff, and rare cars and fun videos like that. I don't really like to copy the content of other people. I like to make my own original content. So that being said, Pretty sure this car's top 3 fastest in the game, so it will have some value and carry some value. People will be interested in getting their hands on it. I do think that there is some going for 12 million, which there's no point in me even sorting for it because you can't. I do think there's some down in the 12 million range. If we scroll through real quick, yep, there is. So there's some down at 12 million. So know that your maximum selling point is probably going to be that 12.1 million range. Look to be buying all of these cars that are up at the 20 million, under 5 million. I would not risk it. Do not play the 50% rule and buy these for 10 million. You'll be absolutely ripped off. And with the hidden fees and stuff on the game, even if you sell it at 12 million, you're going to lose money or you'll be close to losing money. So just be very careful with these cars. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. If you're looking to join the Pikckyy family via Xbox or via the game, obviously, and stuff like that, please do. Also, you can join the Pikckyy family on YouTube by checking out the channel page and hitting the join button. You guys can look at the perks on there. Appreciate you. Thank you all for the support. Let me know down below what type of videos you guys would like to see, what type of content you guys like, or any video recommendations that are looked at by me. I read all of your guys' comments. Feel free to join the Discord, and there's actually a video suggestion section on there, and you guys will get notified whenever I am live on Twitch and also when I'm posting new YouTube videos, so you can be the first one to jump on these money-making methods. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.